Hello, hello, Maritime Zone friends, it's Mad here today, bringing you another demo for our channel. Today, we are playing Limerick Cadence Mansion, and just sitting here in the menu, I am so excited because this music is going to get you pumped, so without further ado, grab your cuppa and settle in. Welcome, everyone, to Cadence Mansion. This little fella in the middle is going to be our new friend. I have seen a lot of hype for this game during Steam Next Fest on Twitter, and I am so stoked to be getting into this. I've not really played much in the way of horror games before, and I saw this and was like, this is the one. I'm going to get chased by a puppet, maybe I'll get to chase him back. I don't know, we're going to find out together, but first let's check out the Steam page. Limerick Cadence Mansion is a detail-rich, first-person action horror adventure with deep lore, intricate puzzles, satisfying combat, and a happy little marionette who really wants to say hello. This one comes from Jenito Studios. I've seen them being really active on Twitter. They are constantly updating the game, constantly keeping their community updated, and that is a fantastic start from a developer. So taking that into account, looking at how gorgeous and detailed this opening menu is, I am so ready for this. My heart rate may not forgive me, but I'm gonna have some damn good fun today, so let's get straight into a new game. This is our difficulty screen, so you have Proofreader, Essayist, and Master of Writ, which is essentially your easy, medium, and hard difficulties. We are going to go straight in the middle of the road. I don't want it to be too easy, but I also want to be able to get through some of the puzzles. There is the option as well, I've seen, to skip certain puzzles throughout the game, depending on which level you are playing. And knowing how difficult I find puzzles, we may end up doing some skipping, but we're going to try our best. So let's jump straight into the Proofreader difficulty, which is the recommended experience. Some regular puzzles can be bypassed, and one Limerick puzzle can also be bypassed. We told young Will 3 times before, "Dear boy, you can't eat anymore." But oh, what a sight! He took one last bite, and his tummy did burst on the floor.
It's time to wake up now. He's coming. Ah, you're awake. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for what has to happen. What must happen?
It must sound. There was a strange boy with a brow who quickly and madly fell down. He sought for the dead. He was out of his head, and so they have taken his crown.
Oh, are you still there, Proofreader? Got lost in my thoughts for a moment. I'm Poets Corporation 19 Model Communications and Assistance Bot. But please, just call me Peebo. My master is on his way to greet you. He can, however, be a bit temperamental. But we truly do want to help you reach the spire and ring the bell. And you'll need all the help you can get. Welcome to Cadence Mansion. We will meet again soon, Proofreader. Good luck.
Thank you, Peebo. Okay. Interesting beginning. You've got my attention. I have to say I am already very intrigued by the color palette of this game. It looks very steampunk, and you're speaking my language with that. I don't know why I always look into toilets in games, because the amount of times they put things in there is ridiculous. So, we're living in relative discomfort. That's fine. So, let's have a quick look at the keys. So, move around normal, crouch is control, and we do have a sprint. Also looks like we have a stamina bar, and that is curious. Location discovered. Cell block. So let's see what we have around. Proofreader, awaken, main quest added, open the menu. Under our quests, here we go. You have no memory of how you arrived in this place. Only shattered images of a forest clearing and a massive black prism. What is this place? A reflection of another life, another age, another realm? What madness has wrought this thing? You must escape. Escaping is the only way. I guess we have to go. Yep, there's bones on the floor. Definitely time to go. Take the quill. We have a bunch of bits of paper around, so we're going to have a look at some of these first. Let's see what we have. Law time. Samuel Roberts. I hate coming down here. The smell is terrible, and Dr. Smith and his envoys freak me out. Something's not right with them. Plus, I hear screaming coming from Dr. Smith's workspace sometimes. Terrible, terrible screaming. Maybe coming here was a mistake, but what choice did I have? It was this or years wasted in a cell. Uh-oh, here comes Hugo. I can never figure him out. And then we have another one down here. Dr. Hugo Delgado. So this was the Hugo that he was talking about. Things are worse than usual. The envoys. Their connection to Limerick is strengthening. They know something's about to happen. I can feel it too. The depths have become stranger by the day. The growth cannot be cut back fast enough to keep up anymore. I doubt any of this will be left standing in another 2 weeks. So the growth. Something's happening. And whatever these envoys are seem to be acting weirdly. Splendor Point. Poets Corporation. 7 p.m. September 15th, 2023. Dang, we in the future are up in this joint. All remaining staff are advised to take any steps necessary for survival. Bonded staff should move to the resplendent side of the mansion as soon as possible. Dr. Julian Wren is to be terminated on sight. Delivered by manifestation. Direct communication from the consortium. Who is Julian Wren and why does she need to die? Let's have a look in the other room before we go anywhere else. What is this? Hold to interact. Max essence increased. I wonder what essence does. We have another item down here that's glowing. Relic added to collection. Where were you prism today? Bubblegum crate. It said we can view that at a save station, but I don't know what a save station looks like yet, so perhaps we're too early for that kind of thing. So let's just keep looking around. I believe this is the quill we need to take. It's on a glowing red pedestal, and that usually means progress. So we're going to leave that for just a moment and take a peek. There's lots of these interesting contraptions around. Hello. Letters can be found throughout Cadence Mansion. They contain useful information and tell the large story of the Splendor Point Poets Corporation. Letters marked with a red exclamation point contain vital clues you will need to proceed through the mansion. You should always read them. Vital letters are also added to your journal and can be viewed anytime from the in-game menu. Fantastic to know. We will be able to make use of that as we move. So this is an important one here, so we will leave that for right now. I want to see other things first. Beginning of the end. Where will you prism today? I would love to know what this means. I'm so intrigued by this phrasing. Where will you prism today? So we need a cellar key for that door. That room over there is locked. So we need to take the quill and we need to read this. So I think we'll read it before we take that. Dr. Hugo Delgado. I've assembled notes regarding some of the mechanisms and puzzles I've encountered during my expeditions. This is a list of common commands that can be written in their character system. Alright, here we go. Oh! Quill claimed. Cythermic what now? That disappeared a little too quickly for me to read what that said. This has now, however, opened. Clue found. Keys often unlock nearby doors. Keys do tend to do that. Right, let's read some lore first. Dr. Julian Wren. Julian Wren was the one on the other letter that they said has to be killed on sight. I accepted a position here after, well, I'm like most of us on the island. We've all done terrible things. Uh-oh. But I can't stand by and watch this any longer. I always knew that things were bad with the envoys, but I didn't know about this. I'm working on a plan to get the remaining envoys off the island and away from Splendor Point. I figure I will die somewhere in the process. I'm ready. There's some really sketchy shit going on around here then. Cellar key acquired. Now, I'm pretty sure we got everything else from in these rooms. Nothing else we can pick up or interact. Everything's been recorded, so through the cellar door we go, I guess. Gather all the resources in the cellar. Ooh, okay. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Wiring kit. mechanical parts. Let's grab this guy as well. Stamina vessel collected. Max stamina increased. I'll take extra stamina for sure. Okay, so we have our letter over there and a shiny thing there. Let's read the letter first. Dr. Alyssa Mothen. The Grand Masters gave me a peculiar assignment. They wanted me to visit every remaining staff member and ensure they had complete firearms training and were well stocked. Even the psythermically enhanced staff. What is psythermically enhancing? Are they going to lose their abilities? Is the marionette dying? Why have so many staff been evacuated? Okay, so Grand Masters, enhanced staff, and the marionette. Maybe the marionette's part of the corporation and some things got corrupted and they're trying to fix it, maybe? What?
Master, I do not mean to protest, but certainly there is some other way. Humans don't always react well to these games you play, you know? Right. I forget my place. Oh, Proofreader, you've recovered. My master extends his warmest greetings and welcomes you to the mansion. We are sorry about
You are weak. You're born to the crew. Pathetic. This stranger must learn how to write. No stranger is this his sad plight. No spawn of the one who with me had fun. Come play and restore all the light. But not yet.
We are sorry, Proofreader. Really, we are. We weren't built for this. But it has to be this way. I will do what I can to help you. To prepare you to play.
Huh. Well, I thought we were about to die. So, you're gonna teach us how to write. We need to learn how to write. The Poets Corporation, something to do with creative writing? And if you don't write well, you get the cog to the chest? I don't know, I'm scared, but we gotta give it a go. This is kind of what it feels like to have writer's block when you're just trying to figure stuff out and just try and write some stuff, and a little marionette comes out and goes, "You're not working hard enough." This is absolutely stunning. Look at the details in all of this. So, we've already seen everything there is to see in this room. There's nowhere else to go other than the way we came from, so let's just proceed forwards. Oh, this door at the end is opened. Location discovered. Puzzle room number 1. Limerick's puzzle rooms always appear without any regard for their surroundings. Enigmatic and elegant, the purest mirror of that which was. You must solve it. It is the only path forwards. I am seriously going to have so many screenshots by the time we get to the end of this game. This is stunning. I want this as the wallpaper on my computer. Seriously, like, the detail from the textures, the lighting, everything is just absolutely gorgeous. Solve the puzzle to open the path forwards. So this is where we're going to need Hugo's letter here for the instructions on what lines need to look which way. I'm going to start by seeing what happens if we put them in order of left. So we need an open parenthesis and then a little kind of curly squiggle in the bottom corner. So let's see, we've already got that one in there. Let me change this to curly squiggle. Left, nothing changed. So how about if we put in exit? Maybe that'll open the door and let us out. Open parenthesis. And then the top one with nothing. Hello. Puzzle solved. next stage, I guess. Let's go. Location discovered. Abyss. Psythermic energy. The quill has granted you the ability to use powerful psythermic energies. Hold and charge shots for up to 2 seconds before releasing them. Many obstacles cannot be removed with a low charge shot, and psythermic shots with low charge will also cause little damage to enemies. Psythermic energy can be used to clear obstacles, discover hidden areas, and erase the monsters which inhabit Cadence Mansion. Okay, that's fun. That's less fun! Cool. We're gonna leave those guys alone for a hot minute. Science Station. You will find science stations all across Cadence Mansion. Use gathered resources to repair the wireless generator at the heart of these stations, then log your data. You can also view relics and restore your health at science stations. If you die without logging data, you will lose all progress since your last save. Log your data now. Okay, that was cool. Game saved. Station is activated. Progress is logged. Now we can have a look at the relic viewer. A limited edition SPPC bubblegum crate, released to coincide with the opening of the first public use Prism Center. It is hard to imagine a time when prisms were not freely available to enjoy all throughout Splendor Point. For years, the resplendent assembly forbade the unilluminated to enjoy these euphoric experiences. Bubblegum crates have long been used by the SPPC to mark the passing of momentous occasions. Before we go into this main area, I want to go through here quickly. Oh, I can't! I have no energy, so I have been denied. Main quest added, the Abyss. You stand in the lowest depths of the mansion. This place is now empty. Were its halls not long ago filled with laughter, or with sorrow? What bound these souls together, and what was their endless labour? You must seek answers. You must press forward. Only in leaving the mansion can these mysteries be solved. I am so intrigued by those guys that were floating through here. I want to know more about them. This is screaming to my poet heart. I love that these words are in here. Dissonance and cacophony, stanzas. Oh, this is my jam. I'm loving this so far. Stanzas, especially dangerous manifestations. Dissonance, dematerialized with the proper application of psythermic energy or conventional firearms, slow-moving but deadly at close range. Cacophony, extremely strong and fast-moving manifestations, can be dematerialized by large amounts of psythermic energy or conventional ammunition. If spotted, best practice is to retreat to the nearest panic closet. Let's grab ourselves a gun. Handgun acquired. That's our psythermic energy refilled. 11 AM, August 2nd, 2023. Message for Trey Smith. Containment Unit 4 has confirmed your suspicion that increased physical suffering among the envoys exponentially enhances their bond with Limerick. Behavioral control has been exhibited by Bruce on 4 separate occasions. The Consortium Centre has voted 8-2 in favour of suspending ethical guidelines for your work. And this is Dr. Trey Smith. Many will look back upon my work with disdain and judgment, but we are out of time for half measures. Our days here are numbered if we cannot complete Project Penmaster. The great mystery is in how I will take these abilities for myself. Must I be in agony too? Perhaps, maybe not. I will tame this wondrous thing, and with it I will set things right. Until then, we all suffer together. This is all giving me very Bioshock vibes, and I am so here for that. Right, now that we have our psythermic energy renewed, let me bust down this. I want to go see what's in here before we move too far on. Ooh, hello. Essence vessel! Thank you. Ooh, we have a new relic. SPPC Standard Drinking Flask. A standard gift from the SPPC to deserving staff and interns. Even some citizens of Splendor Point have received this flask in honor of significant community service. The burnished copper is reminiscent of the standard SPPC trappings. This flask is carefully wrapped in a fine leather produced by the careful processing of illusions. Anyone carrying this relic should reflect on the SPPC's good nature and moral direction. This is a very cool looking item. I want one of these immediately. Hey devs, merch when? Oh, here we go. Book of Anachronisms. Pages from the Book of Anachronisms contain Limerick's deepest secrets. Reading these letters provides no hints or solutions necessary to complete the game. However, they are the clearest window into the origins, history, and lore of Limerick. These pages are added to the journal and can be viewed at any time from the in-game menu. Interesting. Page 23. He was resting in state when I found him, in the dead house. I've no inkling who put him there, who the builder is. There's something inside him, something in his heart that I can't get to. Who could have built this wondrous, wondrous thing? Where did he come from? Will Hansley, 1874. The boy. Who built him? I'm very curious about that answer. Aim for the head. Oh! They're just chilling. Oh! Well, I didn't mean to actually shoot that. I kind of want to see it up close. Come into the light. Ew! Okay. Uh-oh. I ran out of bullets because I made the mistake. I shot the gun before I meant to. Oh, pistol ammo. Good, because we were out. Resplendent eyes are everywhere. Do your duty. Report suspicious behavior. We are all going to die in here. Well, that's a refreshing note. Clue found. Search for resources or suffer the consequences. Let's try storage first. Gun. Gun, please. Ah! Get down. Ooh, there's lots of goodies in here. Grabbing. Samuel Roberts. The Grand Masters have been doing an awful lot of suspicious work recently. I can't tell you how many machines I've examined for signs of invasive malware. They've got to be afraid we're going to end up with another poet bot situation. Meanwhile, Limerick's rate of manifestation has spiraled out of control. I know it's typical for him to create a lot of the same objects, but I wish he'd knock it off with the skulls and such. They're creeping me out. Hold left shift to run. Of course. It didn't take him long. I was wondering when it was going to happen. Cythermic vessel found, max increased. Ah, already full. Oh, that's not though. It gave us a bigger magazine for the guns. Where are we going? We're on our way to the workspace and underquarter. It feels our pain. Press F to focus essence. Watch your essence meter. If you run out, you cannot emanate light. Ooh, so we make light with this. That's an interesting feature, instead of just giving us a flashlight. Thank you for the extra bullets. Location discovered. Workspace. Just casually dispatch of those guys. Paul Stetson. It hurts so bad, so bad, so bad. Damn. Sounds like someone's having a bit of a rough day. Hello? Get shut! They shouldn't have given me a gun. I feel way too powerful in this game now. This will give us another save point in here, which would be nice. Jared Peters. When I got into the accident and woke up to find myself in this nightmare, I thought that was as bad as things could get. It wasn't. Dr. Smith has started new sessions. We're kept in holding cells, brought in for torture, and eventually returned to the underquarter. But I won't break. What is this place? Oh, this one's wearing a necklace! He had that bling! Let's see, we have another piece of lore here from the Book of Anachronisms. Page 49. 3 mysteries appear in the limericks he writes. The builder, the boy, the crown. The boy is Will Hansley. The builder is a mystery. The crown? It is us. It is the corporation. Unless he takes it for himself. Thomas Anston, 1910. Sarah Adams. Mr. Smith is doing very bad things now, to all of us. Then we have to go see the toy with the red eyes. Please make it stop. Please make it stop. Damn, whatever this doctor's doing, it's not sounding good. Let me go see if this way links up with that. It doesn't. Oh, locked doors. Some doors require ID cards to be opened, while others need unique number combinations. These cards and number combinations can usually be found nearby. Collected combinations can be found as clues and journal entries in the in-game menu. So the underquarters that way, and these are the holding cells. Well, that doesn't look ominous at all. I'm just going to ignore that for a second. Workbenches. At workbenches, you can spend resources to upgrade your weapons. You can find 3 different styles of workbench throughout Cadence Mansion. Each one upgrades one of the 3 different weapons you can carry, so that means we only have 2 of the 3 weapons so far. Workbenches can be easily identified by the purple light always shining on them. Insufficient resources, so we need mechanisms and wiring kits for this. Oh god. Ah! Hello? Oh. Okay. I was just like, what is that? Is it able to hit me? It very much is able to hit you. I didn't see this before, so in a way I'm kind of glad it sent me back here. Dr. Trace Smith. Is this Dr. Smith, the one they're talking about doing experiments? I've left this note as a cordial reminder that SPPC staff should give me advanced warning before passing through my workspace and holding cells whenever possible. Some envoys are very dangerous. My psi-thermic abilities qualify me for this kind of work, but it could prove fatal to others. Also, Mr. Delgado, could you please stop letting envoys out into the abyss? Is this your idea of a practical joke? It's not funny. Stop it. I mean, it's kind of a little bit funny. If it's going against this guy who seems to be doing bad experiments, it's a little bit funny. Dr. Hugo Delgado. Dear Mr. Trace Smith, Dr. Sir, with all due respect, and I mean this from my heart, shut up. Hugo, my man, I love this dude. He's just like, nah, actually, I don't think I will. These things are just freaking out up here. Can I take them out? Please say there's not more than 2 in here, because I don't want to have to do that over again. Hey, guy. So yeah, this looks like a workshop of some kind. We're just gonna casually step over the body. Sorry, my friends. Oh, there's the red key card. There's some extra stuff in here. It's really good to know that they give you some excess stuff in here. Like, you're never gonna have to worry about running out. Perhaps on higher difficulty, they might give you less resources, so you have to be more mindful. But this is very, very accessible and forgiving on newer players, so very, very happy with that. Dr. Trace Smith. I've made contact with the Consortium Center to request a more regular disposal of corpses. Death is an unfortunate consequence of the acceleration of our timeline. An unfortunate consequence? Does this guy completely like empathy? Because it feels kind of like it. I must confess, my work is arduous. What, death? Killing is arduous. If anyone thinks I take pleasure in this, I hope they would examine the facts more closely. It is simply what must be done. Bruce is possibly the most interesting specimen yet. His bond with Limerick is unique. The drugs Dr. Cho prepared for me have enhanced that bond even further. If I can determine how to leverage these abilities, my own power would... It would even exceed Supreme Grand Master Howard. You think you're gonna be that powerful? Something tells me that's gonna be his fatal flaw. He's gonna be like a really good scientist, and he's like, look at me, I can do all these cool things. I'm gonna be the most powerful person that's around, and it's just gonna be his undoing. Holding cell card acquired. Time to go and open that door, I guess. Envoy holding cells. God, this game is so atmospheric and beautiful. Jared Peters. The other envoys, all of them are mentally impaired in some way. Everyone except for me. Dr. Smith always rambles on about it. You're more important than you think, Jared. I can't figure out what they're trying to accomplish here, but somehow they think they're going to control everything, including me. Wrong. I'm still curious what envoy means. Does it just mean a human? Or are they like robots? Or... Hi, I don't understand. Just wait to see the sounds again. Sarah? Do we know a Sarah yet? Paul Stetson. Something has started. The doll told me it would all be over soon. Red eyes in the dark. Sarah, 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 I love you. Sarah. Oh, Sarah! Yes, we have seen her before. This place is so terrible, but there was a nice man. He said he would take us far away from here. I want to believe him. Aww. So Sarah and Paul, perhaps they found each other in a difficult time. Why do they do this to us? Please stop hurting me. I'm getting really bad energy from this place. Oh, Bruce! This is the one they were talking about before, like Bruce was like either like a perfect specimen, or I think he had like an outburst or something. When the end starts, they will all fall. I will kill them all. Just a mild threat then. I finally understand what Supreme Grandmaster Howard fears. I finally know why, of all people, he is the one who insists on keeping me alive, keeping me working. He fears the truth. It is his bond to Limerick that will end him, just as it did those who first came to the dead house. Just as my need to know more will end me, Limerick is playing us all for fools, but we cannot help our natures. Causing Trey Smith grief has been one of my few delights since being banished to the depths. Nothing has caused him more grief than me setting up shop in one of his holding cells. Maybe I'll make a bobblehead doll of him too, then I can hit him in the head anytime I like. I pity the envoys, truly I do, but I cannot do anything to end their suffering, and my destiny takes me elsewhere. My fate lies in the depths, in the judgment, in the end. Now, I did notice that I had enough stuff to get a workbench upgrade going, so I'm going to go back here before we move on, and I'm going to go back to the workbench. I'm going to see if we can do anything to this gun. I don't know what it did, but it's upgraded now. Julian Wren, this place, what on earth have we been doing? I'm so sick to my stomach just seeing it. Okay, so it still takes 3 shots to kill them. Maybe it has an increased capacity or something. Underquarter in the depths this way. Ooh, Dr. Margaret Hill, this is a new name. I've completed a psychological evaluation of Dr. Smith's most recent picks from the pools of envoys. I think he has an excellent combination here. Sarah and Paul are a confused, scared, emotional disaster. Those were the two that were talking about, like, she said he was a nice man and he said, I love you. Research has consistently indicated these behaviors create powerful responses from Limerick. Trey is wise to leverage this. So he's leveraging positive emotion for something? Bruce is phenomenal. His rage and suffering combine so smoothly into one persona. I've never seen anyone able to nearly control Limerick like he does. Nearly control Limerick. And then Jared, the linchpin of the entire thing. If Dr. Smith can successfully employ Lyric's psythermic and essence abilities to shift and control Jared's highly intelligent behavior, then we will have done it. Project Penmaster will be complete. What are you up to? Cross the depths. Oh. I'm gonna put the gun away for a second, because I don't think I need it right now. Is this safe? I guess so. That's a deep asshole. He'll have a long time to say goodbye. Alyssa Mothen. I ran into Dr. Wren just a minute ago. It's not that I disagree. I would be lying if I said that, but I don't feel like I'm turning a blind eye every time I see an envoy. Terrence always used to say, they've done worse things than you know, Alyssa, and anytime I questioned it, and I believed it, but I don't anymore. Still, it doesn't matter. I cannot get caught up in a moral crusade. Bailey is all that matters. A few more years and she'll never have to worry about anything in life. Maybe she has a daughter. Caution! Do not attempt to climb into the depths, even in the case of extreme emergency. Only the most qualified, non-psythermically enhanced staff should descend into this area. Why can a psythermically enhanced member not go in there? BAM! And again! And apparently again! Oh, I wonder if I can get 2 at once. No, I can't. Alright, we are out of psythermic energy now, so hopefully there is somewhere I can refill on that. For now, we're going to stick with the gun. Book of Anachronisms, page 62. He rejected the boy for a time. He preferred instead the boy's daughter, but Greta went mad with it. From her came the resplendent, the dark ones, and so Will had to return, not as the boy, but as something new, as the Proofreader. We're the Proofreader, no? So we're Will? Which means we're the boy. Hang on, let me get the journal out. If we are the proofreader. The proofreader is Will. Will is the boy. Then he wrote this, saying he was resting in a state when he found him. And that was him saying that he found, potentially, the marionette. 3 mysteries appear in the limericks. The builder, the boy, the crown. The boy's Will Hansley, which is us. I'm very curious where this is going. They have done such a good job of building tension and drip-feeding lore. Sorry, I just had to kill things. They've been doing such a good job of giving you information fast enough that you can stay interested and not feel like you're missing out on anything, but also slow enough that you just want more. It's kind of addicting, honestly. I so want to know what's going on. Samuel Roberts. I just overheard a conversation between Rob and Cherry. The word ballad was dropped in several occasions. I'm the first to admit that I've not been very interested in all these nonsense words the Poets Corporation comes up with to describe Limerick's behaviours. But I'm not stupid. Ballads are serious. Only a handful on record, and they all end, well, not good for anyone close to the marionette. Man, I wish I could get off this island. The way it says Limerick, and they've been referring to Limerick as Limerick this whole time, but then here it says the marionette. So, is the marionette Limerick, or is it a separate thing? We still have not yet worked that out. Here we go. Underquarter, here we come. And thus ends part 1. I'm sorry to leave you all on a cliffhanger, but there was just so much good content in Limerick that it had to be split into 2 parts. Keep your eye out for when the second part will be coming out. It will not be long. And if in the meantime you need more Limerick content, since recording this originally, the game has now been released. Go and wishlist the game down below. And if you want to give it a try, go ahead and buy it if you really want to. It's such a good game. I cannot wait for part 2 to come out. There's been a lot of lore in this episode, but it's a lot of good story. If you want action, wait for the next episode. I promise it's coming. For now, thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. And remember, it's always tea time somewhere in the world. Bye bye.